Actually, last week we faced a very difficult week in Qamishli city because a lot of shell fallen in Qamishli city coming from Turkish side, and many civilian people have been killed because of shell fallen from Turkish side to Qamishli. Two of them were children. One guy and his sister, her leg cut, and the guy was dead. This is what I experienced. Also, in 2-3 days ago, when I come back from my oil field working place to Qamishli, many ambulance were passing me, and when we asked, they told us there is Turkish Air Forces killed journalists and civilian who's going to demonstrate against what's happening in Ras Al Ain on the road between Tel Tamer and Ras Al Ain. At that time, we heard next day, 9 people have been killed and 74 civilian injured. Three days ago, our psychology was not okay. Usually my wife, she is cooking for us, but because of our psychology zero, she asked me to get some food from restaurant in Qamishli. The street, it's the name of street, it is Munir Habib. It is full of restaurants. Then I went to get some shawarma sandwich from there. I go to the restaurant. Fortunately, he told me that you have to wait 15 minutes to get your turn to prepare my sandwich. Then I thought, okay, don't wait. I go to another restaurant, which is far, like 300 meters. I left like 2-3 minutes, was one bombed car exploded and killed many people. I saw directly what happened. Next day, they told me this is ISIS sleeping cells, which is Turkey government moved them. Four days ago, when it was heavily shell falling on Qamishli city, we forced to move from our relative village, which is far from Qamishli, like 30 kilometers, because the very high sound of explosion, it was making my children too much afraid. Then I forced to move all family. We stay like 2 nights in our relative village. Actually, we don't like to move Syria because it is our land, and we have to fight against our land till the last drop of our blood. It was surprising for all the peoples, anyway, Kurdish people all the time, they didn't depend on the other countries to fight for us. So, as you know, Kurdish people fight for all the war against the terrorists, ISIS terrorists, more than 7 years, and now all they turn and give us their bags. Nobody help us, and you see a lot of civilian on the daily basis are killing with cold blood. I think you heard about the many field execution in 3 days ago on the highway street between Tel Tamer and En Isa, and one of them, she was a friend of mine. Her name Habrin Khala. She was she was an armed girl, and she is an engineer, and she was dreaming to make all Syrian Arab, Kurds, and Christian to live together, and they killed her with cold blood. For us, the most important thing to save our people safely. So it doesn't matter with who we can to give a hand. And for me personally, I believe the Syrian solution is Syrian. Before Turkish government and the children killer Erdogan fight against our security peoples and unarmed people, the kind of disorder happened in our area. And an example in Isa camp 2 days ago, there is a huge disorder happened, and ISIS families and some even prisoner escaped from Enisa, which is going to create a lot of problem in the area. Also, you heard like last week in Al-Hol camp, also many problems was happening during attacking killer Erdogan against Kurdish areas. All ISIS, especially foreign ISIS, all they come through the Turkish border, and we know Turkey facilitate their passing from Turkey to our area for fighting. So we believe that Turkey has even armed them and sent them to fight us. Now for the sanctions is good, but for future. But now every minute now I am talking to you, and there is some people dying because of fighting ongoing now. So if the world want to help us, because we were fighting many years against terrorists, now they have to stop this attacking directly. What the benefit of sanction after they killed all my people, Please help us and stop systematic murder, which is ongoing by children killer of Erdogan.